with Ava Kolker. I'm so excited to be here. She's 16 and she is on fire. This girl is charting at 11 on iTunes and 14 on Amazon Music. Let's go, girl. Welcome to
Yeah, thank you.
So excited to have you here. I can't believe, we were able to talk to you right here in the Hudson Valley and bring it here.
I'm super excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
And you look fabulous.
Thank you, you too.
Such an energy and a light. And I want to hear all about your new EP and your new single. Tell me.
Yeah, so we'll talk all about it. Ballerina is my debut EP. It's a 6-song EP, and our leading single is Ballerina, of course.
Love it.
So this has been a project in the works for just almost 2 years.
Wow.
It's a 6-song EP, so we've kind of been just making a full catalog of songs and then just picking out our favorite ones and what we think are the best songs that we've created. So every song has a different meaning and a different story behind it, and they're all just, super meaningful, and they all kind of represent different moments in my life.
I love that.
So each song kind of makes me feel differently, but the EP as a whole to me represents like confidence. And for me, I've always struggled with confidence. So when I get in the studio, I almost feel like I have this alter ego take over and become this boss.
Yeah.
And then when I listen back to the songs, it makes me feel better, and it makes me feel confident, and like I can actually be that person. So it's just really empowering to me. That's kind of what the EP represents.
Oh my God, I love that so much. And speaking of empowerment, when we were off camera, you were talking a little bit about what Ballerina means to you and how like you have this edgy style and some of your influences. How do you kind of translate Ballerina into actually who you are, and how is that so different?
Yeah, I think when you visualize a ballerina, it's like pretty, pink, and perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
In few words, and even when you look at the cover, it's like I'm like just like really sad, but still cute, and my hair's all done, and I'm in a pink little tutu, and I think that that's the irony of it. Is the song, the kind of main lyric says, "I'm not your ballerina."
Yep.
So it's just kind of breaking all of these expectations.
Yes.
And just kind of like being yourself and not ever letting anybody control you or tell you who you should be, and just kind of, becoming your own person, whoever that is. So, what I was kind of telling you about earlier is how if somebody hears the name Ballerina or sees the cover, they're probably like, oh, that's so cute, like little Disney kid all in pink. And then it's like, you see what I wear for the promos, and you're like, oh, not so like cutesy. But if you listen to the song, it's like completely the opposite of what you would think when you visualize Ballerina. And that's kind of what I was striving for when we did the photo shoot and the visuals and everything.
Oh, I love that. That is incredible. And I love like when you walked in today, it wasn't what I expected.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking you up and you have this like sleek style and you have such a beautiful face. And you come in and I'm like, all right, she's got an edge to her. I like this.
I know this little crew neck, I guess it would be, is from Cult of Individuality.
Ooh, nice.
And they had me at their showroom and they were super welcoming, and I got to pick out this piece, which is pretty insane. And I love like expressing myself through fashion. So
it's really cool. It looks great on you, and I love it. And you know what? I love the whole irony of the song. I think it's amazing, and I think I want to tell everyone to listen to it, because let's take a quick listen and see how that goes.
Yeah.
All right.
You got everything you asked for. Now you're telling me you want more. Then you left me on the dance floor, dizzy as hell, baby, what you doing that for? I didn't even ask for none of this nonsense. Silly little me for having a conscience. Should've known better than to trust you. Now we're in this mess that we didn't even ask for. Dance for you, you just want me to dance for you. Like I got nothing better to do. Too bad for you, must have forgotten my shoes. So don't come crawling to me when you can't get what you need. Oh, I'm so sorry, darling. Looks like the show is ending. I'll take a bow, but don't need your applause. After the damage you've caused, because I'm nobody's darling. I'm not your ballerina.
Exciting! That's right, I'm not your ballerina, baby.
Oh yes.
I love it. So where'd the inspo come from? You told me how you feel about the song, but where'd you get the inspo?
Yeah, so I wrote the song when I was kind of in a situationship, I guess is how I would word it.
Interesting.
So not a relationship, you know, but we were really close, and I liked a guy and he liked me, and there were just a lot of games going back and forth. And I use that word a lot in the EP. I mean, you should count how many times I say games in each song. I feel like that's just like the best way to put it. And it was just kind of about how I was over it, and I was done with the back and forth and the tolls it was taking on my mental health. And it was just kind of saying, look, when this is over, like, don't come crawling back to me, because you're the one who screwed up.
That's
basically.
right.
So it was kind of me just taking a stance in the situation that I was in and saying, all right, like, that's it.
You know what? I still can't believe you're 16. Like, you are so professional, and you're so beautiful inside and out, and just having such a good head on your shoulders. Shout out to Mom.
Shout out to Mom. That's what I was about to say.
Is the best, and
Yes.
I mean, look at you. You're just blossoming. You're so young. You have so much ahead of you, and I can't wait to see what else you do. I want to talk to the audience a little bit about your Disney past. I know you are a big Disney star, and I just want to talk about all the shows and movies you've done, so let's hear it.
Yeah, so, you know, I started acting when I was 4, so I was super young. And it was because of my older sisters, actually. They wanted to get into it, and I kind of hopped on that bandwagon. But ever since I was 2, we literally have videos of me saying, when I grow up, I want to be a movie star. Or, I'm going to be a movie star. You know, got to manifest it.
Yes.
So ever since I was really young, it was just kind of like my dream. And I don't know where it came from. I was 2, so I don't really remember where that came from. But I just always wanted to be an entertainer and make people smile and laugh. That was all I wanted to do. And then I booked my first guest star on American Horror Story. And then I did a movie as Kate Beckinsale's daughter, and another movie alongside Katie Holmes. And Scary Movie 5 was a huge movie. I played Ashley Tisdale's daughter. And then Girl Meets World when I was 6. So from 4 to 6, it was like boom, 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 like super quick. I didn't even really know what was happening. My parents were super supportive. We were going to auditions every day, sometimes 2 or 3 in a day. So it was pretty crazy and nonstop, but I loved it. And then, yeah, Girl Meets World was my first, like, big breakthrough. I still get recognized to this day from Girl Meets World.
Absolutely.
And I was on that show for 3 years. I was a recurring guest star, and that was just incredible. And I made, you know, really close connections with everybody at Disney, including the casting directors that casted me in Girl Meets World, Barbie and Sally. I love them. They're the best. And after Girl Meets World ended, you know, they would always send me auditions, like, we think you'd be great for this role or this role or this role. And I was never really feeling it. Like, some of them I thought would be super cool, and then others I was like, I don't really know if I connect to this role. And then they sent me one when I was 11. And my mom and I were reading the script, and we were like, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
We were like in love with the character, in love with the script, in love with the episode. And I just got super hyped about it. So we practiced it a ton. We put on like the perfect, cute little preppy outfit.
Love it.
I had little glasses. Like, it was just perfect. And I went in, and I felt it. Like, everything felt right. And I told my mom, I was like, it just feels right. And then I had a call back, and I told her, did I tell you at the callback that I was like, this is mine? I said, this is mine. This is my role.
Yeah.
And then I tested, so that means I read with the people who had already been, like, selected, you know. So I read with the lead, Sydney, and then her dad, Max, so Ian and Ruth. And me and Ruth just had this instant chemistry. And then after she texted me, she was like, please let me know if you book it. Like, I really want you to get it. Please, please let me know. And I left that room, and I was like, Mom, like, that's it. Like, I feel it. And we've always kind of done our best to not get attached to roles and to not expect anything, because then it hurts even more if you're rejected. So we always just let it go, and we say, all right, I did my best, it's up to the universe, won't think about it, won't like yearn for it, nothing. But this one, like, refreshing emails every day. I wanted it so
You're like,
bad.
please.
I was like, this is mine, like, please, please, can I book this? And my parents, they told me I got it. It was actually a really, really special moment. My manager called me, and she was like, all right, so casting had some notes about your audition, about your testing, whatever. They wanted you to send a new tape. I was like, a new tape? Like, I already did an audition, a callback, a testing. Like, what the heck is up with that? And she was like, but, you know, the producers had some feedback. And I was like, okay. And she was like, yeah, you booked it. And I bawled my eyes out. I started crying. I was jumping up and down. It was like one of the most special moments, because, you know, my dream was to always be a lead on Disney and like a series regular. Because once you're a series regular, you get to do the wand. And that was always my dream. So everything kind of like flooded in of like the realization of everything that would change. You know, I wouldn't be able to go to in-person school anymore. And like I would have to be on set every single day, which is what I love to do. So that was just life-changing for me.
And how old were you?
I was 11 when I
Oh
booked
my
it.
God, that's so awesome.
Yeah, and then we did that show for 3 years, and it was magical.
And you
know?
felt it the whole time.
And I'm still like best friends with a big part of the cast. Like I see them all the time.
Oh, that's so amazing. What an amazing story. And to be so inspiring at such a young age. At 2, you knew.
At 2, I knew.
And your mom and dad took it literally. They were like, all right, let's do this. Yeah. So your older sisters, or your older siblings, sisters, right, were doing this as well.
Yeah.
But you did you take off further?
Yeah, I just took it and I ran with it.
And you had the knack for it, right?
I don't think they were as passionate as I was, and for me, since I was so young and I had my parents kind of like encouraging me as well, I guess I didn't understand how much I was doing while I was doing it, and like the hours and how much I was putting in, because I would sleep on the way to the auditions, I would sleep on the way back, and it was my normal.
Yeah.
Whereas my older sisters, they felt it was too much work, because they were, 10 and 8, I think. So they were able to think about it more. I was 4, so I was like, all right, I'm going with it, whatever, what are we doing,
Yeah.
And then it just all happened, like, so seamlessly, so it was just what I was meant to do.
Oh, that's so amazing. Wow, incredible. Yeah. And so on the show, when you were taken out of school, what was that transition like, and how did you deal with it? Because sometimes it can be hard. You seemed excited, but how was that for you?
I mean, it was honestly a dream for me. I was always telling my mom that I hated school. Because while I was on Girl Meets World, I was going in and out, and I felt like I never really had friends. People would form their cliques, and I would never be there. So I was always, like, excluded in certain ways. So I said, can I please homeschool? And she said, you can homeschool in middle school, 6th grade, if you book something. So every audition, I was like, I better book this. I don't want to go to school. So for everything, I was just, like, praying. And then that was literally right at, like, my 5th grade graduation. That was around the time I would go to middle school. And I got to finish my 5th grade. And then I started homeschool right when the show started. So it was perfect.
The universe.
Yeah.
I don't know what is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just meant to be.
Exactly.
Meant to be. And that was another kudos to Mom, because she probably put it out there, let's get booked and get out.
Exactly.
That's great. So tell me more about your transition now as a student in the acting field. Was it tough to balance? Because now you are of age to really remember what's going on, to know what's going on, to put the work in, to have to remember everything. You're not this little toddler anymore, right?
Right.
You have to kind of remember. Was schooling on set challenging, or was it awesome?
Yes, it was very challenging. I was in middle school and my first year of high school on set, so 9th grade as well. And it was a lot. It was a lot of back and forth. It was very tiring at times. I'm lucky because my homeschool was very flexible and my teacher was awesome. Like, I owe so much to her. I love Miss Kate. I always will. But I had all my classes. I had my due dates. I had my assignments. Everything had to be turned in on time. I had big projects I had to work on, and it wasn't really on my schedule ever, So if I get 5 minutes here, if I get 10 minutes here, 20 minutes here, it's like I gotta take it and literally just lock in right away. No time for chit chat. Like sometimes they wouldn't even let me go to Crafty to get a snack. They said, no, you go to your school, let me know what you want. So it was like, okay. So I always had to just get it right away. Which I feel like has trained me for a lot. It's trained me to be a good multitasker and to be able to just switch between things right away and get things done really quick and be efficient, which is my mom's favorite word. She loves saying efficient. Gotta be efficient, gotta be productive. So
I totally agree.
That kind of was also like boot camp and training me to just be both of those things.
Oh, that's so awesome. So straight A's.
Always.
Now going to Columbia.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
16? How did you do this? Like, tell me the path.
Yeah, so honestly, my mom has helped me so much, like carve out this path to just get really ahead, because the goal was to just finish college early, because high school was whatever, it was online, so it wasn't taking away at anything, but college was like I'd have to book out for years, and I wanted to be on the East Coast, so I'd have to move away from LA. So we were like, all right, how can we get there as quickly as possible? So I finished high school super early. I was 15 when I finished high school.
That is insane. You can't just say that. Like, that's insane. Finish high school at 15. Some kids get into high school at 14 or 15.
Yeah, and while I was in high school, I was taking college courses the whole time. So I took one college course at a time, and I would do condensed courses. 6-week courses, 8-week courses. Yeah, 6 to 8 week courses. So it was, in a sense, that much more difficult because a course you'd usually do over a whole semester, I had to do in 6 weeks. So
Oh my
a lot
gosh.
of hours.
As a tiny little one.
Yeah, and then at certain times I would take 2, so that would be 4 high school courses plus 2 college courses.
Wow.
So it was a lot. But because I did that, it set me super, super ahead so that by the time I finished high school, my first year of college was done.
Wow.
And now I'm halfway done with my sophomore year of college.
And you're 16.
And I'm 16, so I'm transferring as a junior to Columbia next year. I just got accepted.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A junior at 16. Oh my
I
God.
know. I know, it's crazy.
That's insane. So you'll finish in 2 years. By 18, you'll have your degree, and you'll be
Exactly.
off to the races, back on set,
Exactly.
and doing everything
That's
else.
the goal.
That is amazing. Are you excited about going to school and being in a normal
I'm
environment?
so excited. I'm really nervous because it's going to be a huge adjustment from being a homeschool kid to an Ivy League kid.
Yeah.
But I'm just like super, super pumped to go because
So
Columbia
cool.
was my dream school. It was my #1 school. I was manifesting it. I did not think I was going to get in.
What? You're like the
I know,
overachiever,
but
bowl
then,
overachievers.
you know, you read like you read the application. It's like add your volunteer work and add your extracurricular activities, and I'm like, acting is my extracurricular activity. Like I don't know what to put, you know, and I know that a lot of other kids they put so much of their life into getting into a big school like that, so they do all this volunteer work and extracurricular activities, and they take honors courses and whatever honors classes, and I just didn't do a bunch of that. So I was like, I felt like I was behind in that sense, but I wrote a good essay about like my work and my career past, so I think that really helped me. And I applied for a film major, so
Wow.
you know, my mom and I were talking, and we were like, well, if I get accepted for film, they're definitely probably going to want me, you know, because I have like a lot of experience over someone that's never done anything in that area. So I feel like that kind of helped me out and set me forward a little bit. But I'm really nervous about the like academic stuff. But I'm
You're
excited.
gonna do so good. You're gonna do so good. And you know what? I think this is gonna be a great move. It'll get you some independence, some normalcy, right?
Yeah.
But you'll also be able to be in the same, you know, vein in
Exactly.
Manhattan. So you're gonna do awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see where you go.
Thank you. And
so
the goal
much more.
is to get an internship at Sony.
Okay.
While I'm attending college, so that
Awesome.
because you know a lot of students have internships or work
Yes.
jobs, so my goal is to get an internship somewhere in New York, so I'm able to like still be in the city and be grinding while
Yes.
I'm doing my school stuff.
So awesome. So music, that's
Yes.
your heart, right?
Yes.
It's your passion. And where do you see yourself in a year or two? You know, you just had your song
Yeah.
on iHeartMedia of the Hudson Valley. We were the
Yes.
first ones to play it.
I know.
Shout out
First
to
radio
Chris
station.
Marino and Marissa. We love you guys and thank you for that. And I know this song's going to be everywhere, and I know you're going to be everywhere. And I'll play this clip back once you're like absolutely huge. And I'll say I had her at her first.
Oh, I love that.
But I definitely want to know, you know, more about your passion for music and where you see yourself headed.
Yeah, so I think in a year or 2 years from now, I would like to release an album. I think that this EP was my first big project that represented me as an artist. And, you know, I wrote all the songs on the EP. I co-wrote everything with, you know, some of my favorite writers. Couldn't have done it without them. But, you know, every song has so much of me in it. So I'm excited to spend the next couple months and years just working on an album and really, like, presenting myself and showing myself as an artist even more so than an EP because it's twice the amount of songs.
Right.
And I'm praying that when I do release an album, people love it so that I can go on a tour as an independent artist. And,
Yes!
just kind of go around the world, hopefully have some merch that goes along with all my songs and really just put myself out there.
Sweet. And you're performing soon, right? In
Yes.
LA or Anaheim?
Yeah, I have a performance on the 28th and 29th in Anaheim.
Awesome.
So I'm excited for that. There's one of the nights is actually a pajama party. So I get
Yes!
to like wear full on PJs. I'm definitely going to find some big cute slippers because you can't have like a cute PJ look without slippers. And I'm excited because I'll get to sing all my songs in PJs. Like that sounds so fun.
I
And then the
love
other night I'm going to pop off with the outfit.
All
Don't even doubt.
All right. Well, let me tell you, at the Grammys, you were fire,
Thank
girl.
you, thank you.
She had this incredible dress on. Go check her out on Instagram. Where can people find you?
Yeah, Instagram, Ava Kolker, and actually all platforms, I'm just at Ava Kolker. But the dress, my Grammys dress was from Emma Savall. Insane custom dress. It was just beautiful. I don't know if I'm ever gonna top that.
I don't even know how you describe it, but your hair was, oh my God. Like, she had this
Ryan!
amazing ponytail.
Yeah.
It was like long. It
Yes.
looked like a horse hair.
It was like 45 inches.
Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah.
And then this dress just complemented your body so beautifully. It had this beautiful square top with these dots, but they were just elegant and so
Thank you.
sophisticated, but yet edgy. You killed it, girl.
Thank you.
Killed it.
Aw.
Really nice. So
you so
super excited for you. And I mean, you got everything. You got everything going for you. You're smart, you're beautiful, triple threat.
Thank you so
You're someone I'm very excited to meet and know. So thank you so much for joining us today. And you know, I want to talk just a few more things because I know a lot of boys out there are probably watching this saying, is she single or what's going on over here? So are you dating anyone? Give us the scoop. Nothing?
I'm single.
Really?
Nothing. Yeah.
How does someone even date? Like, how do you even date at your age? You're so busy.
I don't even know.
How do you even meet people?
That's kind of the thing is I've just been so busy and like so focused on everything I'm working on right now. Like I just haven't had a lot of time for that. And it does take a lot of time and effort to build that kind of relationship. So I've just been focused on myself and my friends and family and my career. And yeah, a TikToker that I follow said, like, she said, if I'm going to date somebody, they need to add to my life because
Yes.
I have everything that I love, everything that I need. So if somebody's going to join the equation, they just need to add. They can't add complication or be difficult or take away from anything. It just has to be an addition. So if something comes along that is an addition in that sense and it just adds like happiness and joy and excitement, great. But I have so much complication in my life, I don't need any more.
I love your whole mindset. You are
Thank you.
so positive and you have such a great energy. I need your mom to come like teach my
Yeah,
kids. That's
you
what
should
I'm gonna do.
You should teach like a master class
Yeah,
like Kris Jenner. You're the next Kris Jenner,
Kris
Mom.
Jenner. That's it. Yes, Mom, we love you.
Right?
Oh my God, you're such a great head on your shoulder. You're absolutely right. Only add value. And you know, I to teach women that is so
Yes.
important.
Very important.
You know, it's important for women to understand like your boundaries and understand like this is my life and if you're going to be a part of it, we're going to do this, but this is what I need. I have to be me.
Yeah.
And you have to find a very secure, confident man in order to do that.
I agree. I think also a lot of women kind of strive for like, you know, what's the word? I guess reassurance? I don't know.
Yeah.
In a partner, and I've been lucky to find that in my friends.
Oh, that's
so
great.
my friends always lift me up and add positivity, and they always compliment me. So I've never like strived for that or needed that.
Yep.
And I have sisters, so
Yeah.
I just feel very complete. So I
Yeah.
don't need that right now.
And sisters are so great.
Sisters
I
are
have 3
so
sisters.
great. Me too.
Oh my God.
Hey,
we-
look at us, twins.
And I love like just being able to call them. You can just be you.
Yeah.
Right? Let your hair down, no guard, and
Exactly.
they love you like unconditional love.
It's true.
It's cool.
You don't get much. It doesn't get any better than a sister's bond.
Exactly. And now, do you have a younger sister as well?
Yes.
And how old is she?
She's 13.
13. Is she in the entertainment business?
She's also an actress. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And what is she up to right now?
Oh, God, she does not look 13. That's for sure. Yeah, so she actually kind of followed me in the sense of when she was like 5, 6. She was like, well, I kind of want to maybe act too,
Yeah.
you know? And she's done some incredible stuff. She's already done 3 feature films where she was the lead. Like,
What?
the lead.
Come on.
I haven't even been a lead in a movie yet, and my sister has been in 3. So she did a movie called Freaks, which
wow.
went crazy on Netflix.
Oh,
It was
awesome.
#1, right? It went to #1 on Netflix for a while.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to watch it tonight.
You have to watch it. It is
Oh,
so good.
so cool.
And another film called Manifest West
Cool.
with Louis Gibson was the director, who's Mel Gibson's son.
Yep.
And Milo Gibson played her dad.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was like a whole family project, and I actually was also in the movie. So we got to do our first film together. That just came out in September of last
Wow.
year. So that's a new
We'll
project.
check that out too.
She was the lead in that too. So she's just been doing all kinds of good work, and she's only 13. So recently, you know, she's just been socializing, which
Yeah.
is so good. She just went to camp, like sleepaway camp for a week. She's meeting all these really great friends in the valley. So
That's cool.
I'm excited for her because when I was her age, I was on a show and I didn't really get to socialize, and I kind of wish I did.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that she's not going to have any regrets about that when she's older.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of socializing, are you like, do you have a regret on that?
I in a sense, I always kind of wished I went to high school.
Okay.
Like, I also, you know, I watch a lot of shows, but they romanticize it, you know, and
Yeah.
they make it look so amazing.
Yeah.
And, you know, I watched Glee.
Yeah.
And I watched, like, Gilmore Girls and all these shows, and I was like, oh, I want to go to high school.
Yeah.
It just looks so amazing. And then I talked to friends, and I talked to some of my aunts and uncles, and they said, look, like, don't be fooled by TV. It's really not that great. Everyone said, just go to college.
Yeah.
College is the most fun of your life.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, so I said, okay. So then I got high school done as quick as I could, and I think once I go to college, and I have that social experience, that I'm not even going to care about high school, middle school, or anything else, because
Exactly.
I'm going to have that.
You just got to think back to your 5th grade self,
Yeah.
right? You're going to 6th, like, get me out of here.
And I hated it.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's more than the social aspect. It's way more than that. So, talk to me about your production company and who you worked with on the EP.
Yeah, so the EP was, it took a village. It definitely took a village of just incredible talent and some great writers. And Manny Mijares was he was running the whole operation. So, I mean, none of this would have been possible without Manny. You know,
That's
he's the head producer, and he put me in the room with all these great writers and producers, and he sent everything to different writers and mixers and all this stuff. So each song had a different aesthetic and a different feel. I worked with Sam Shreve. I wrote Ballerina, Say Less, and Compromise with him. So 3 out of the 6 songs were with Sam.
Wow.
I wrote Gas Me Up with Fonzie is his name, and Real to Me with Peter Oliver, and Dehate with Jarena Music, and it was just incredible working with all these different writers and just getting to be vulnerable and getting to know them and letting them get to know me.
Oh, that's so amazing.
It was pretty great.
And getting down to the nitty gritty, right? Of your feelings and putting them out there.
It's not easy to write music. It's one of the most vulnerable things to do. Each songwriting session is like a therapy session.
Yep.
So the people that are in the room, they have to be really, really cool people and like safe people, you know? It's important for like an artist to feel safe around who's in the room, and I totally felt safe. They're all my family. So
Oh, that's so
I'm really lucky
awesome.
to have them all.
How incredible. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Red, and I can't wait to have you back.
Thank you.
Where can people find you online?
Yeah, so Ava Kolker with a K on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Spotify, all of the above.
You are just an incredible light. You're beautiful inside and out. Keep it going.
you.
And we're rooting for you over here. And anytime you want to come back to the Hudson Valley,
Yes.
you're on.
Thank
Wherever
you so
want
much.
to be.
Thank you for having me.
Always, Ava. Thank you so much.
Down is